Hello, everybody. You're going to look at the books up there and you're going to say, boy, she was so accomplished and competent. And now I'm going to tell you about the real Janet Belsky. Okay, so I grew up in the 1950s upper middle class family in New York. And there were really three mantras that you had to obey in order to be an adult. You had to be pretty, very important. You had to be smart, very important, and you had to get a good husband. Okay, well, the problem was I was not very pretty, I was not very smart, and I was very, very shy and still am to some degree. I was afraid to sort of go out even in school and meet people. So I was bullied, not terribly, but just enough. Uh, Anyway, so we get to high school and, I'm doing better. I'm, doing a little better socially. And we take the test to get into college, and I did badly. And I go to the college counselor, and she says to me, my mother and I, Janet is not smart genetically. Janet is just, might as well just be a housewife, which actually I wanted to be, but Janet can't go to a good college. And I said, wait a second. Maybe you can study for these things, even though people tell you you can't. And I studied and I studied and I studied, and you can see the results on my timeline there. I got into the good colleges. So it taught me a lesson. Look beyond the way people appear. Look to the inside of people, and people are going to surprise you. And don't go with who is superficially successful out there in life. And that's been a basic theme of my life. Okay, get through graduate school, and I got a job working, really the first psychologist to work in a nursing home. Once again, the mantra is old people are real people, and you can talk to them and you can actually work with them. Don't throw them aside. I think, though, my real professional life started when I had the opportunity to teach first generation students at Lehman College in New York, which was a part of City University. And I went there and I was very scared. And then all of a sudden, a light goes off. I love to teach, and I'm a real ham. I love the audience, and I love to teach that new course that I was asked to called Lifespan Development. I taught at Lehman, and then most of my career I taught at Middle Tennessee State University, another school basically teaching the working class kids of Tennessee. I love teaching the lifespan to kids who are not the best, not the successes, but the kids who are, quote, average. Because, of course, I was one of those kids myself. Okay, and I love to write. And I've been writing about the lifespan for 40 years, as you can see with my books. Okay, so here we go with a little minor part of my life called my family. I was lucky enough to meet a lovely man. Most important, I was lucky enough to have somebody nurture my talents. And I always came first to David, and that really has made my life good because his life was growing me to adulthood. I consider that growing me. And I was lucky enough to be able to adopt a child. Now, when I was in my 20s, I had cancer, and I never thought that I could be able to carry a child, and I couldn't. I had several miscarriages. But I got Thomas when I was about 35. And Thomas has been, this is true of every parent, sort of the focal point of my life. We had a lot of trouble. Thomas was dyslexic. Thomas ran away from home. I had to put Thomas in boot camp, which was awful. But when he got to be 30, he got his life together, and he's doing very, very well as a human being. He's 40 now, and I'm 75. So Thomas is launched into adulthood, and I'm launched into the end of my life. Let's be honest, I don't have that much longer to live. And I really feel I didn't do so badly. I was surprised. I never expected to do this in my life. That's amazing. And I feel that the life you have is the same. It's going to have lots of ups and downs. That's what it's all about. Everybody tells you that, of course. But you'll learn in the research that having some downs is enormously important in having a successful and Successful meaning fulfilling. This is my legacy project to you, building on my 40 years, actually close to 50, writing about the lifespan and trying to explain and decode for myself this very, very strange and wonderful ephemeral thing called living. So go out and enjoy. And I hope you look at my stuff and enjoy my writing. Thank you so much.